FBI agent, the Bureau would give him credit for the success and would recommend that Biden issue him a pardon. There's just so many twists and turns to this story that I don't even know what to make of it. With me now to help break it all down is lawyer and political strategist Erin Elmore. Thanks for being here tonight, Erin.
Thank you for having me.
Great. So if these allegations are true, they're naturally reprehensible and disgusting. But my question is, why were similar allegations with much more credible evidence, including the existence of a laptop, a hard drive, and a Senate report made against Hunter Biden, silenced by not only the media, but also by big tech?
Well, let's face it, Republicans and Democrats are not treated equally in the court of public opinion. Matt Gaetz has not been charged with any sort of crime whatsoever. And if you want to take it a step further, Governor Cuomo of New York, not one, not two, not five, 10 women by name have come out and said that he has treated them inappropriate sexually. No one has done that for Mr. Gaetz. Nobody. Yet the media is silent. They say nothing about that. These are all alleged accusations. He hasn't been charged with a crime, and we know at this point he may have done nothing wrong, but that doesn't seem to matter with the mainstream media and big tech. When it was Hunter Biden who impregnated a prostitute and did admit that it was his child until a court of law made him do so, the media said nothing. Twitter even banned the articles from the New York Post. So honestly, enough is enough. This is a smear campaign, nothing more, and we really should demand equal treatment. If not, we should just have lawyers get involved and start suing for slander and defamation and all sorts of kinds of libel, because otherwise this is never going to change. The narrative needs to change.
And all these accusations surrounding Congressman Matt Gaetz, it kind of reminds me almost of the whole Russia hoax scandal, where you had leaks from the intel community, the media really amplified it, but nothing really tangible ever happened. You know, if they had all this evidence against Congressman Gaetz, I'd expect there, as you said, to be charges, indictments, you know, something real, something physical. But right now, it's all just whispers and hearsays to destroy someone's character in the court of public opinion. And when it comes to Hunter Biden, we know there were at least 2, if not 3, federal investigations into all of his different dirty business dealings, what was found on the laptop, and the FBI and other spy agencies, they kept that on the down low. They didn't let anyone know about it, even during an election year, which I would argue is something that the voters themselves need to know about, what kind of a family that they could be putting into the White House. So I guess I want to ask you, when it comes to the media and even to our own government agencies, there's been so much trust lost here that it seems like we really don't even know what to believe anymore. Is that a scary predicament that we find ourselves in currently?
It's terrifying. There's so much gaslighting going on. It's really hard to ascertain what is true and what is false. Regarding Mr. Gaetz, first, they started with accusations of criminal conduct, and it quickly devolved into baseless rumors and myths. And again, we still have no criminal charges. But of course, it's just the rumor mill keeps going and going and going and going. And that's not what should be happening in the United States of America. What they're trying to do here, let's face it, is censorship. This is just censoring a conservative who has been outspoken, advocating for the American people day in and day out, trying to drain the swamp, and who was a fan of President Trump. What they want him to do is be terrified into resigning. And you know what? I think this is great that he says, I'm not going to resign. We need people in Washington who have a backbone, who say, no, I'm going to stand up to the establishment. I refuse to be bullied into submission. And if we don't have more politicians that do that, who's going to want to run for office? Who would ever want to take this on when all they do is vilify you for standing up for what's right? Honestly, it's really terrifying. It's really scary. And what we see with the Cuomos, with the Bidens and other people on the left is complete radio silence. Equal treatment. That's what we need.
Erin, always a pleasure. I'm going to have to leave it there on that note for tonight. But thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.